The NRL is firmly back on Australian soil, so let's get picking round 2. So the way this works is we check out how we did the previous week, then we look out how everyone is doing in the Super Brew table, and then we get tipping for this coming week. So let's look back at the Las Vegas round, where we had 2 games over in the United States of America. And the first one was on Sunday the 3rd, the Sea Eagles versus Rabbitohs. Now, I did go for Rabbitohs, however, it did not go so well. I did Rabbitohs to win by 12. A lot of people, 70% of the group went for Rabbitohs. However, they lost. The Sea Eagles won by 12 points. So I get absolutely nothing for that. The second game in Las Vegas was Roosters versus Broncos. I just felt after the performance, it wasn't bad at all in the grand final last year. I just thought it's going to be tough for them. I just felt it wasn't right for them. I was a part of the 25% and I went for Roosters. And guess what? I did Roosters by 6. They won by 10. And therefore, I get 1 point for the result, half a point, don't know what that is, half a point for a close score. Excellent, not bad at all, especially to be in the minority. I like that. Then back in Australia, we had on Thursday, Knights versus Raiders. Oh God. Once again, I was in the majority and the majority got it wrong. Knights just were outperformed by the Raiders. They really were. Although they were at home, massively favourites, they just didn't really turn up. So I did Knights by 18. However, the Raiders won by 16. So a complete reverse. Not very good at all. I don't think many points were picked up there by the group. Then Friday the 8th, Warriors versus Sharks. Once again, the minority was correct. A really weird week. A really weird week for tipping and predictions this week. I did Warriors to win by 6. I didn't think it was going to be a huge win. It was actually a Sharks win by 4. So I was sort of right in the fact that it wasn't a big win. But nothing for me there. Then I'm happy with this one. I went against the majority here. And once again, though, the team that were the underdogs, they won. Melbourne Storm ran away 8-0 winners. And that's shocking for Panthers to not get anything. However, looking at their performance against Wigan at Old Trafford in the World Club Cup, they didn't perform. And, you know, is it that whole just won the league syndrome where they then struggle the following year? I don't know. Bearing in mind they did win it 3 years in a row, and I'm sure they'll want to make it 4, but they have lost players. So I get 1.5 points for this game. Good. Then Saturday the 9th, this was finally the one where the majority won. Eels, I did them to win by 12. They actually won by 18, so one extra try and conversion. 78% of people got it right. Nothing else to say on that one. Then we had Titans versus Dragons. Oh my God, once again, this is a week of minorities, of the underdogs winning, because Dragons run out by a win of 24 points. I did Titans by 12. What a disaster that was. Nothing there. Just weird. And then the last game was Dolphins versus Cowboys. Wow. This would have been a game to watch. I did Dolphins to win by 2. I thought it would be close. And amazingly, they actually scored a decent amount of points. But the Cowboys were insane and won by 25. So we currently have 36 people in the Super Brew competition. If you want to join, link down below. See if you can catch us up. Now, in first place is AB. He did very well. He got 4. Well, I say very well. He didn't do amazing. He got 4 correct. He got 1.5 match points, 2 bonus points. Oh, actually, Adelaide Bulldog is exactly the same. So fair play to them. That is very good. Aussie Tash did well, didn't get the bonus points. This is what's so awesome about Super Brew. It's so important to get those bonus points, getting a close score. If you go down, there I am in 13th place. 4, 5, 6, 7.5 So 3.5 points below the top two. Going down, Jonah Mustang, 2, no bonus points. Honestly, it's so important to get those bonus points. Who did... Oh. Ouch. Bozza got nothing. On to this week. The first game at the Suncorp Stadium. I've been outside of that. I didn't go in it. Just went outside of it. We've got Broncos versus Rabbitohs. Now, they both lost in Las Vegas last week, and now the losers come and face each other. I think, considering last year's results, final positions, I think Broncos need it more. They really, really do. The Rabbitohs did show some signs of brilliance, but just not enough. So I don't see them winning. I think I'm going to go with Broncos. They're at home as well. Not easy. I'm going to go for Broncos by 6. I think it should be a fairly close one. I think both teams really still have something to prove. Then at PointsBet Stadium in Sydney, we've got the Sharks versus the Bulldogs. Sharks come off a win. Now, what was really, really good about the Sharks' win last week was the fact that they come from 12-0 down to romp away. And I think they're going to find that momentum again. You know, that sort of final form really will give them the drive to continue this week. So, an inspired effort, we're going to go with Sharks. Sharks by 12. Sharks by 12. Yeah, definitely. Sharks by 12. Then, at the Blue Bet Stadium. I've never heard of Blue Bet. I assume it's a betting company. Don't do it, guys. It's bad for you. Are Panthers going to continue that bad form? That's the question. You know, there's a lot of pressure. There is a lot of pressure on Penrith. You know, they are 3 times champions in a row, but they were kept scoreless. I think with the players they've lost, I don't think it's easy for them. I have got notes here. You can see how much more research I'm doing, luckily for you, than that is going on in the AFL. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, I just don't... Parramatta have played really, really well. I think they are the more impressive team. I know they're away from home, but I'm going to go for Parramatta. I know they are not the favourites, but we saw last week that doesn't make any difference. So, it's a difficult one. I'm going to do Eels by 6. It's reserved. I think Panthers will start picking up a little bit of form. They will find little glimpses, but not quite enough this week. Saturday the 16th at the GIO Stadium in Canberra. Raiders versus West Tigers. This is West Tigers' first game of the season. Raiders, wow, what a game they had. They had a really, really good finish. They were certainly one of the more impressive teams of last week, and they thrashed Newcastle away from home. It was good to see Ricky Stewart. His men played with confidence, right? Ricky Stewart's men played with confidence. And they should do quite well against West Tigers. So, we don't know. This is the problem. It's the unknown. I'm going to go, considering West Tigers didn't play, I'm going to go Raiders. They're at home. They are favourites. They were impressive. Let's go Raiders by 12. Next up, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Queensland Country Bank Stadium over in Townsville. Okay. Knights lost. Cowboys won. Cowboys at home. I think it was a very, very big win by Cowboys. And I just don't see that being any different in this game. Knights were disappointing. That's the real issue. I think it's a real case of Cowboys were fantastic. Knights were not. And I don't see much of that changing. And so, yeah, Knights should not possibly, they really probably shouldn't have lost last week at home to Canberra. So Cowboys are going to get a win here. Yeah, I don't see them losing. So I'm going to do Cowboys by 18. Yeah, that's a confident one, I think. That is a fairly confident one. At the AMI Park in Melbourne, we've got Storm versus Warriors. What a fantastic performance and win by Storm. They only won 8-0, but it was 8-0 against the reigning and defending champions, and that was impressive. But it was, yeah, that was impressive. I take that and run with it. I don't know. I think the Warriors are going to turn on with some performance here. I think they're going to surprise a little bit of a shock. So I think the Kiwis are going to come over and they're going to cause some havoc. They could be completely wrong. Could be completely wrong. Oh, I don't know. Just for a laugh. Just for a laugh. I don't know. This is... let's go Warriors. Screw it. Let's go Warriors by 6. They're going to sneak a win. They're going to get some goals. They're going to get some goals here. Okay. Next up, at Four Pines Park. Odd name for a stadium. We got Manly Sea Eagles. Beautiful part of Sydney versus the Sydney Roosters. I think, yes, both teams won last week in the Las Vegas round, so fair play to them. But I see Sea Eagles winning this. They're at home. Not that it makes much difference really, is it? Because they're both in Sydney. But I think the Eagles were more resilient. That's the thing. I think they were more resilient in the last game. And that may give them that slight bit more confidence, even though both teams... This is a difficult one. I'm going to go Eagles by 6. Yeah, I'm going to go Sea Eagles by 6, but that is a really, really difficult one to pick. But the last game at the KO Stadium, I assume that's referring to KO, the streaming service, I assume. Dolphins struggled. They really, really did. And I think Dragons should win this. I know they're away from home, but I just think, I think Dragons should win this. Yeah, they should win it. I'm going Dragons. I think, Dolphins just did not perform last week, and I don't see it necessarily changing. So I'm going to do Dragons by 12. So the picks for this week are Broncos by 6, Sharks by 12, Eels by 6, Raiders by 12, Cowboys by 18, Warriors by 6, Sea Eagles by 6, Dragons by 12. If there's any there you think, Rob, you're an idiot, why are you picking that team? Then let me know down in the comments. I don't mind. You can call me an idiot. That's fine. There has been some research done at least. I'm not coming in completely blind. But if you do agree, please also do tell me you agree. Rob, you're a genius. You're going to get 8 out of 8 this week. That's not going to happen, but thank you so much for joining me. If you want to join the competition, link for the Super Brew is down below. Get joining, get tipping. We're doing it every week, so make sure you follow along next week and the week after for all of my week's tippings. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.